Hey, it's Chas from Wildflower Wigs. This is a Wigs 101. Very excited. I'm just gonna do a little quick video. I will be more in-depth later. The first time I walked into Value Beauty, I was so excited and so overwhelmed at the exact same time. I felt like a kid in a candy store. There were so many wigs, just rows and rows, where I didn't even know where to begin. You could only try on 3 wigs, so I'm thinking, where do I even begin? Which one is worth my time and what one is not at all, and don't waste that one try on that wig. I wish someone would have been able to guide me through all of it, of what is the best one for myself and what makes it good. What am I even looking for? I didn't know. I had to find out by a lot of my experiences and trial and error. Let me try to guide you to make it a little bit easier to navigate in the very beginning of buying your own wig. Hair goals. What are you trying to achieve? That way you can decide whether a human-haired wig or synthetic hair wig would be better for you. Budget. I've now figured out that I will be spending $15 to about $120 per wig, and that is synthetic to human hair, all in one. Part line. I would suggest to look for wigs that have a 4 to 5 inch part line. That way it looks really realistic. This one is a 5-inch part line, or look for terms that say deep lace. Lace. If you're buying a wig that has a full lace front, look for terms that have HD or Swiss lace. That is just a term to say the type of lace of what it is, and those are just really comfortable and very realistic. Maintenance. This should go without saying that long hair will take a little bit more love and care and attention. I do carry a brush around because it does like to get a little bit tangled a little easier than my medium to short-haired wigs, both human and synthetic, for obvious reasons again. We know how it is with longer hair. It has a little bit more of a mind of its own. When they start to get a little sad and a little ratty, a flat iron on a very low heat will help keep those ends soft. And when it's time and that flat iron is not helping anymore, it's time for a haircut. Before you purchase your wig, make sure that you measure your head and account for the hair that you do have on your head to either braid it or put it back somehow. Of course, I don't have anything, so I don't have to worry about that. But you measure your head from the nape all the way to the forehead and measure here. And then you can do one more back from the nape again, all the way up to the forehead again, just so that you know it will fit you comfortably. So when I buy in store, I like to go to Value Beauty. They have great selection and really great prices. Online, I like to use Sam's Beauty or Black Hairspray. They both are in Illinois and I'm in Wisconsin, very fast shipping, and I highly recommend the sites. Alterations. Let's break this down, because when I say that you don't need to do anything to this wig, it might still mean that you have to cut off the lace if you chose a full front lace part, or the part. Some just have where you have to cut off this little tiny piece in the front. So I would consider that still not too much. And you have to put the makeup on inside there to make it blend to match your scalp. So there's technically a little work to be done, but I promise you can do this. Of course, if you buy a wig that has no part, this truly is put it on and go. If there's a bang though, you will have to still cut that because they do come a little bit longer. Because everyone's forehead is different. They make it easy for everyone. Now, I can do as little as that, or if it's a wig that I just don't feel comfortable with, that there's a lot more hair or whatever it may be, I normally do some face framing because I always feel that just makes it more yours. Thinning is another one. Say it was too long than what you expected and you were hoping for just a little different style, then cutting the actual length, adding layers, and doing everything like that. Plucking is something, you'll hear me saying that in the videos too. Plucking the hairline is if it's just a little too crowded in there and you have to take a little bit more out to make it look like it's a real scalp. That's another thing. Don't be overwhelmed. It's actually quite easy. And if you are a little concerned and you don't know what to do, that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm making these videos. Let me help you. Let's talk about wig tears. And I don't mean that my wigs are crying. had to make a cheesy joke. This would be my, actually I should say, this was my first wig that I ever bought. It is $15, and as you see, there's bangs and no part line. So she's cheap. She was $15. And now when I say that they are a cheaper cap construction, I mean there's no lace whatsoever. It is just the cap all the way around. They at least do make it a little bit more comfortable for you, so you can still wear this and be comfortable. That's it. Let's move on to, this would be the second tier. That'd be first. Second tier is a fake scalp. So that is not lace. This is like a plastic piece that you put makeup on. And so it gives you the illusion that you have a part line in this. But the cap construction is still no lace whatsoever and all closed off. Still a little comfort for the hairline. Then we're gonna work up to the third tier, where she is a lace part, but not lace front, not the full front. We're gonna flip her inside out so you can see what I'm talking about. There's that lace part that you put the makeup on the inside, and you can also do it on the outside, but she has no lace from ear to ear. So it is this cap again, and they come with combs normally, so that you can put it into your own hair or have a wig gripper, anything that you choose. Then, fourth, I would say, is the full lace front. So this is a 5-inch lace part with the ear-to-ear lace. And it's gonna be a little hard because of course they're cut off, but this is what I'm talking about, is all that lace to make it really realistic. That way you can glue it down and it looks like it's coming out of your head. And this one is a Swiss lace. So that's what I had said earlier in the video. That's what I'm talking about. This one that I have on my head right now is an HD lace. So it is a little lighter and they both are so soft and really nice. Then I would say the 360, which one that means is it goes down to the nape. So you'd be able to put your hair up. I do have one, I just forgot to bring it. But that is a full lace all the way around. And then the cap construction, as you've seen in all of these, are all, the tracks are all still on there. Then one that I do not own is a full lace. So all like this, all the way around. And those are the tiers of the wigs. Here are a couple questions I've gotten through the years of me playing with wigs, and I'd like to answer them so everyone can hear. What should I be doing with my real hair underneath the wig? I suggest putting, if you have longer hair, parting it down the middle all the way to the nape and braiding it as tight as possible into 2 Dutch braids all the way back, and then pinning it around. That way it's super simple. If you have shorter hair, it's easier to just bobby pin. I like to do the middle parts, or if you have a side part wig, you can go off of that way and then just try to get it as slick as possible to your hair. I used to even do twists. So I would just twist my hair. If you don't know how to braid, that's fine. Twist it and then a whole bunch of bobby pins all in the nape. That way you can have a little bit more bulk back there and no one would ever know. Do I need to cut all my hair off to wear wigs? Of course not. Not everyone is like me and cut all their hair off. I even waited a while because I wasn't 100% committed to the wigs right away. I liked them for fun. And then when I knew I don't want to deal with my hair anymore, then I cut it all off and I am so happy. But that's just me. How do I put on a wig? I will go into this one. It's a more in-depth, but the easiest way to do it is to grab the wig, hold it by the ear tabs, and it's in front of you. Put it directly to your forehead, so you're flipping it to the forehead, grabbing it down, bringing it to the nape, and then adjusting it. I will show, because that is way too hard of a question to answer in these quick ones. What is the part that hangs on your forehead? Do you cut that back? That's the excess lace that all the full front lace wigs come with. Yes, you do cut that back. It's just to be able to get it so it's nice. I like to go nice and close to the part, and I like to do like a little zigzag pattern so it isn't just this straight line that's cut on your forehead. It makes it a little bit more natural looking. Is it possible to style a wig? Yes. So synthetic hair is normally like you are buying it and it will always bounce back to the style. So when you wash it, it'll bounce right back to these beachy waves. This is a synthetic wig. Human hair, of course, that is just like you styling your own hair. So anytime you wash it, it will come, whether it's straight, curly, wavy, it'll go to that texture, but then you can style however you want and put all the heat on. But I'll even say, majority of these synthetic wigs are heat safe up to 400. I always just say, why are you buying a synthetic wig if you're gonna be doing all this maintenance to it and changing it? Just buy then a straight haired wig if you want for a synthetic one. Don't mess with them, they don't need it. I want to buy a few. What's the easiest way to do that? Like I had said, I suggest Value Beauty, so if you want an in-person experience so that you can see all these wigs that I'm talking about and have them in your hands before you purchase. Otherwise, online is wonderful with Black Hairspray, Sam's Beauty. I also have ordered from like Wig Types, and there's a whole bunch of other ones. I know like Glamour Terrace. They're all good sites. Is it possible to put the wig up all the way or half up, half down? Yes. The only thing then you have to worry about is if it is not the full 360 and you're putting it completely up, then you'd have to make sure you keep it a little looser back there so that you are not showing the tracks. So then the same goes with half up, half down. If you're grabbing a chunk of that hair, make sure, because I know the space buns are super fun right now, make sure that none of the tracks are showing when you're putting them up, but it is 100% doable and you can have as much fun as you want with them. Do they have ombre or balayage? Yes, there is so many different hair colors with especially the synthetics. They come in so many different things, whether it's just the rooted color of it being darker, to full balayage, the ombre, everything. You name it, it's out there. You will be able to find it. What are my favorite hair brands? That's a huge personal preference. I love Bobbi Boss and Outre are my favorites just because they have the Swiss lace, the HD lace, and it is really nice, comfortable. I haven't been let down by them, so I just feel comfortable buying from them. My iPad died. Let's get to the last question. It was one last question. Okay. If I don't feel comfortable cutting and making alterations, what should I do with the wig? Awesome question. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I could cut that wig. Otherwise, if you do have a great stylist that you really enjoy, call and say, I have this wig, are you comfortable making these alterations? Just give them a heads up, because I actually had that back when I was working in a shop. You just have to let them figure that out if they feel comfortable, because it is very different. I loved all these questions. And please, if there's anything else, I'd love to keep answering all of these beginner questions. And as the time goes on, intermediate, you feel good, you can do this all on your own, you don't need me anymore, great. That's all I have for Wigs 101 this week. I will be back in depth for so many more videos later. If you guys noticed this little button somewhere around there, don't touch it. Don't subscribe. Too much pressure. I don't know. If you want to stick around, I guess, fine. Then I'll have to just keep doing more videos. So, okay, I guess like this is it, guys. I don't know why you're still watching. I don't have anything else to say. Okay, bye. I'm a T-Rex.